Restored Republic via GCR. Update as of Thursday, January 26, 2023. Compiled Y. Thursday, January 26, 2023, 12:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time by Judy B, MSW, LCSW. A substantial number of airline pilots have serious heart damage from COVID vaccines. U.S. FDA CDC see early signs of Pfizer bivalent COVID shots linked to strokes. Sports stars and athletes across the world are dropping dead from the vaccines. Today's 3-year-olds can switch on laptops and open their favorite apps. When I was 3, I ate mud. Judy note, it is my understanding from the below information that as of Sunday, January 29, 2023, the Forex will be trading foreign currencies based on the new gold/asset-backed rates. On Tuesday, January 31, 2023, the U.S. incorporated fiat dollar will transition to the new gold/asset-backed U.S. note. As of Wednesday, February 1, 2023, the U.S. in fiat dollar will no longer be recognized as legal tender anywhere in the world. On Thursday, February 2, banks and stores will be pulling the fiat U.S. dollar and sending it to the U.S. Treasury to be destroyed. On Friday, February 3, all Basel IV compliant banks will be functioning on the new quantum financial system and will go public with a new gold/asset-backed currency international rates. At any time between now and Tuesday, January 31, Tier 4B, us, the Internet Group, could receive notification to set currency exchange and ZIM bond redemption appointments. Wednesday, January 25, Mark Z. I am hearing from bank sources that National Guard leave and vacations were being canceled. The bank people believe they will be busy with the new system starting February 1. Rumors were that this coming Sunday, January 29, the Forex will be trading using the new rates of gold/asset-backed currencies, including the Iraqi dinar. By Tuesday, January 31, 2023, U.S. incorporated fiat dollar will be transitioned to the new gold/asset-backed U.S. note. Any time from now through Tuesday, January 31, Tier 4B, us, the Internet Group, should receive notification to set foreign currency exchange and ZIM bond redemption appointments. As of Wednesday, February 1, 2023, any fiat U.S. dollar printed prior to 2021 would no longer be accepted as legal tender anywhere in the world, according to a U.S. Treasury letter. Banks have been told that they would all be on the new quantum financial system as of Wednesday, February 1, and as of that same Wednesday, February 1, the transition to Gasara/Nesra, including debt relief and universal basic income, was rumored to be active. As of Thursday, February 2, banks and stores would begin pulling out fiat currencies and sending them to the U.S. Treasury to be destroyed. As of Friday, February 3, all Basel IV compliant banks would be on the new quantum financial system and go public with the new currency exchange rates. March 2023 was the deadline to have all 209 major countries' currencies of the world be on a gold/asset-backed standard and exchanging at a 1:1 with each other, a situation expected to last up to 5 years. Wednesday, April 5, 2023 big event. Back again. America saved. Angswick. Donald Trump live on Telegram. B. The real news for Wednesday, January 25, 2023. Top FBI Russiagate official arrested for colluding with Russian oligarch, DOJ. Ukraine rocked by corruption scandal. Top officials resign who had sports cars, mansions, and luxury vacations as the people suffered. Doomsday clock moves to 90 seconds to midnight as nuclear threat rises. It's only halftime. Delta Force declares war on Blackwater. Massive White House resignations. A massive White House resignation announcement had Democrats in crisis mode, conservative underground news. C. COVID/monkeypox/vax/drug hoax. Friday, January 13, 2023 Reuters, U.S. FDA CDC see early signs of Pfizer bivalent COVID shots linked to strokes. Sports stars and athletes across the world are dropping dead from the vaccines. Fox Tucker Carlson, the FAA reports that by widening the ECS parameters for pilots, they see a substantial number of airline pilots have serious heart damage from COVID vaccines. New Project Veritas undercover video has Pfizer official confessing to a devious plot to develop more virus strains that create a market for their vaccines. D. The Brunsons have already succeeded. The Supreme Court has denied hearing the Brunson case, essentially saying that the American people don't have standing in a case that asks to investigate allegations of fraud and foreign interference in our elections. This just shows how corrupt our judiciary system is. The game isn't over. It's only halftime. Our beloved Constitution is hanging by a thread. If we are denied fair elections, we don't live in a free society. George Soros has been banned from 6 countries, though he is 89 years old. George Soros, through his Open Society foundations, to which he's donated more than $32 billion, continues to foment turmoil, unrest, and mischief across the world. In the United States, Soros has had his hand in Antifa, the Ferguson race riots, the caravans of Central American migrants, and the whistleblower who ignited the Democrats' current efforts to impeach President Trump. In Europe, Soros is behind the flood of refugees and migrants, Ukraine, climate change activist Greta Thunberg, and the Brexit chaos. Some countries have taken steps to expel and ban Soros, his operatives, and open society. In chronological order, the 6 countries are Pakistan, Poland, Turkey, Russia, Hungary, and the Philippines. While not outright banning him, the Israeli government has said Soros is not welcome there. The only question is why Soros still has not been banned from the United States. Since August 2017, there is a White House petition to declare George Soros a terrorist and seize all of his related organizations' assets under RICO and NDAA law, which has been signed by 197,385 people, enough to get a response from the White House. History of tortuous CIA mind control experiments on children, Part 6. A summary of Carol Rutz, a CIA mind control victim from ages 4 to 16, 1952 to 1964. A Nation Betrayed reveals her mind control and use as a sex slave of top politicians. The CIA conducted mind control experiments on children using electroshock, drugs, hypnosis, sensory deprivation, and other types of trauma. Thousands of innocent children who have now grown into adults are silently suffering from the effects of these experiments. The CIA bought my services at the tender age of 4 from my grandfather in 1952. Over the next 12 years, I was tested, trained, and used in various ways. Electroshock, drugs, hypnosis, sensory deprivation, and other types of trauma were used to make me compliant and split my personality, create multiple personalities for specific tasks. Each alter or personality was created to respond to a post-hypnotic trigger, then perform an act and not remember it later. This Manchurian Candidate Program, 1, was just one of the operational uses of the mind control scenario by the CIA. Your hard-earned tax dollars supported this. p. 17. August 23, 2013, National Institute of Health experiments on premature babies in 20 universities, 237 died. They are seeking 1,824 babies for restriction of needed blood. The risk of death was concealed from parents. On August 23, 2013, the Alliance for Human Research Protection, AHRP, www.ahrp.org, reported 20 universities funded by the National Institute of Health, NIH, in a trial of restricted blood and oxygen for premature babies. Past trials caused neurological impairment in 237 babies who died. The foreseeable increased risk of death was concealed from parents in order to obtain their uninformed permission. They are now seeking 1,824 premature babies for restriction of needed blood. www.ahrp.org. See Appendix C. Secret Weapons, Two Sisters' Terrifying True Story of Sex, Spies, and Sabotage by Cheryl and Lynn Hersha with Dale Griffiths, Ph.D., and Ted Schwartz. New Horizon Press, NJ, 2001. Secret Weapons, Two Sisters' Terrifying True Story of Sex. This is a well-documented account of 2 children's long untold stories of being child subjects of Project MKULTRA. 2 Ohio-based investigators Schwartz, the Hillside Strangler, and former police captain and ritual abuse expert Griffiths wrote the book From Memories of the Sisters, studying declassified CIA files and interviewing military personnel. Prior to turning 7, the girls were subjected to traumatizing experiments in a government-authorized mind control program designed to make them respond to code words so to be used as spies and assassins. Cheryl was a caged lab rat, released to navigate electrified mazes. At 15, Lynn witnessed a murder. By the time Cheryl Hersha came to the facility, knowledge of multiple personality was so complete that doctors understood how the mind separated into distinct ego states, each unaware of the other. First, the person traumatized had to be both extremely intelligent and under the age of 7, 2 conditions not yet understood though remaining consistent as factors. The trauma was almost always of a sexual nature. Page 52. The government researchers, aware of the information in the professional journals, decided to reverse the process of healing from hysteric dissociation. They decided to use selective trauma on healthy children to create personalities capable of committing acts desired for national security and defense. Pages 53 to 54. The book also contains a variety of documents on culture and different projects, as well as reports to the Presidential Committee on Radiation and Mind Control, including information on the 5 Canadians' lawsuit against the U.S. government. From the publisher, all research materials obtained by author Ted Schwartz, including declassified documents about these programs, will be made public through his archives at Hayden Library, Special Collections Division, Arizona State University, Tempe, Arizona. Summary. On August 29, 2013, The Washington Post revealed that the CIA collected 56% of the U.S. intelligence program's black budget, where the public had no access to where $14.7 billion was spent each year. Is some of this money going toward the torture of children in CIA mind control experiments? Carol Rutz states in her book A Nation Betrayed that most of the children used in these experiments were sold by one of their caretakers in the name of national security and subjected to untold horrors at the hands of their government. Just as Rutz was sold into the program by her grandfather, Kathy O'Brien, author of Transformation of America, also claims to be one such child victim sold to the CIA program. The CIA was supposed to have shut down their mind control program in 1964, the year Rutz's abuse ended. Other survivors quoted in this document claim CIA mind control abuses more recent. Survivors in 1995 congressional hearings on CIA radiation experiments said a Dr. Green tortured them as children ages 4 to 14 and 7 to 24. 3 survivor witnesses in the hearing testified. 1. Green was an employee of the Army Chemical Center. 2. Green had documents in his office, and from the CIA and military personnel. 3. Green received $50 million from the CIA Science Division, CIA Office of Research Development. In 1965, 6-year-old Jenny Hill was subjected to this tortuous brainwashing by a man later identified as Dr. Green. 1995, congressional witness victim B. Christine Nicola was abused in the CIA program by Dr. Green 1966 through 1976. Congressional witness victim C was tortured in mind control experiments directed by Green 1957 through 1984. Nebraska Boys Town victims were used for CIA drug and sex trafficking with prominent political figures in the 1980s and 1990s. Kathy O'Brien, a CIA mind control victim since childhood, was also abused by prominent political figures before her rescue by a former CIA agent, Mark Phillips, in 1988. Most concerning is the ongoing abuse of children in CIA mind control experiments. In the 2007 extreme abuse surveys, there were 147 extreme abuse survivors who answered yes when asked if they were currently being accessed/abused against their will by ritual abuse mind control perpetrators. Some survivors claim they had their own children kidnapped to be abused and perhaps killed through these government experiments done on our taxpayer dollar. Reds also states, in light of so many abuses of power coming before the public in recent years, many adult survivors of these childhood experiments are stepping forward to be heard. Mind control survivors who were tortured throughout childhood in U.S. government-funded human experimentation are asking that, considering the evidence available, why since 1950 have U.S. tax dollars been used to fund tortuous mind control experiments on children? Why after the 1977 and 1995 congressional hearings on human experiments, where survivors testified as to their child torture by government employees, have taxpayers continued to fund U.S. government agencies that abuse children? Why today are taxpayers funding through the National Institute of Health, 20 universities and a trial of restricted blood and oxygen for premature babies when 237 babies have already died in the experiment? Why is the public being purposely misled to think that the U.S. and Canadian governments are not continuing to perform human experimentation on children? As representative of survivors who endured tortuous U.S. and Canadian government mind control experiments throughout childhood that involved the rape, torture, murder, kidnapping, and exploitation of innocent children, we are requesting an immediate congressional investigation of this ongoing travesty. If you would like to read history of tortuous CIA mind control experiments on children parts 1 to 5, scroll to the bottom of the PDF files at the very bottom of these updates before they, too, are taken off the internet. Ed Republic via GCR as of January 21, 2023, Operation Disclosure Official. Restored Republic via GCR as of January 20th, 2023, Operation Disclosure Official. G. Must-watch videos. Wednesday, January 25th. Situation update. Biden sending weaponry to Kiev that will escalate war with Russia. Putin throws down nuclear gauntlet over offensive weapons. Obama part of Ukraine biolabs and depopulation agenda. We the People News. Opinion, conservative. Before it's news. Before8snews.com. Tuesday, January 24th. Fulford. New Benjamin Fulford with Nino. Trump is the reason we still breathe. Prophecy. Before it's news. Before8snews.com. Tuesday, January 24th. Situation update. Sad face. Tuesday, January 24th. SG on Intel. SG on huge Intel. January 23rd. 23. Bombs away. Must video. Opinion. Conservative. Before it's news. Before8snews.com. Tuesday, January 24th. X22 report. X22 report. Did Trump just set a trap? Executive Order 13526 in play. Sleep no more. Game over. Must video. Opinion. Conservative. Before it's news. Before8snews.com. Monday, January 23rd. 107. RV. QFS. Nesra. Gasara. XRP. This is huge. Stay tuned. Videos. Alternative. Before it's news. Before8snews.com. Age Judy note on the satanic ritual abuse of children in your neighborhood. Since 1990, I have been doing investigations on the satanic ritual abuse of children at the request of brave SRA survivor victims who were witnesses to and victims of pedophile, torture, and murder crimes of satanic leaders and their covens. During this time, I have found Satanists implanted in law offices, local police, county sheriff's offices, and all the way up to the Attorney General offices in my state and others, and then the carnage went on to the internationally organized Ninth Circle satanic cult that runs out of the Vatican. There's certainly no help from U.S. or other nations' government agencies, including the FBI or CIA perpetrators. These legal entities successfully negate even the opening of cases of the ritual abuse and murder of children, let alone do valid investigations. To be honest, and to my knowledge, there was no safe place on either a local, national, or international level that has been set up to report satanic crime, likely the main reason why local, national, and international satanic covens so easily and on a regular basis get away with the torture and murder of thousands of children, many times bred for the purpose, without birth certificates or identification. 22 Faces, Inside the Extraordinary Life of Jenny Hill and Her 22 Multiple Personalities by Judy Byington, forward by Dr. Colin A. Ross, MD. Raw, Dr. Colin Ross, Robert David Steele. Jenny Hill's witness to a satanic child sacrifice rite. Woman sees human sacrifice. YouTube. http://www.youtube.com/watch?mark B=F626 LSRDWG4. Warning, Jenny gave a graphic description about how she at the tender age of 5 was raped, tortured, forced to view a child sacrifice, and save for divine intervention, was almost killed herself, not unlike the sordid experiences of thousands of other child victims of satanic worshippers. Perpetrators giving homage to Satan were organized from the U.S. Inc. CIA, Queen Elizabeth's, Illuminati banking families, and Vatican's Ninth Circle child sacrifice cult on down to the Clintons, Hollywood, Pizzagate, and local teenage covens. They were funded by the same cabal that ran our global monetary system, the very organization that was in the process of being brought down by activation of the global currency reset and restored republics of the world. It's no wonder that President Trump has stated, these people are sick. The global currency reset, restored republic, and Nesra/Kasara were all about the children. It's not about the money. It's about the children, the thousands of malnourished and traumatized children who, in honor of Satan, were being raped and murdered so their elite perpetrators could supposedly gain power and rule the world. The first official act President Trump made the morning before he was sworn into office was to pay a visit to CIA headquarters and declare a war on an international child sex trafficking ring run by these global elites. Let us fast and pray for these millions of little ones who right now were being rescued from cabal underground tunnels across the globe and tortured and killed by satanic covens right next door. Let us also pray for those military troops worldwide who were risking their own lives to save them. The ancient doctrine of fasting and prayer was explained here at the 10 hours 30 minutes and 32 seconds mark. https://www.youtube.com/watch?mark B=4MB9Gu6DMKS. Judy note, I do not now, nor have I ever, received monies for writing my updates and articles. The compensation has been in having outlets to help save the children by exposing truths about the very secretive satanic ritual abuse, pedophilia, and child sacrifice that was rampant in our international society. The above was a summary of information from the internet. It would be up to the reader to do their own research and decide whether or not it was valid. I will send the safe link website out when I find out what it is, plus it will be posted on several dinar websites and continue the updates until they are no longer needed. I expect to be working with many of you in the near future. I can't tell you how much I have enjoyed getting to know you. You will remain in my heart forever. A huge thank you to those dedicated and brave intel providers who wished to remain unknown, to our angel Martha who worked 24/7 to expose what's really going on, to humble Wildfire Lady who is adept at exposing the truth, to Brad who does great research, to Bonnie B who exposes the underlying causes of what is really happening, and to Ken who uncovers almost unlimited intel on pedophilia to help us save the children. Let us thank you that the reset has finally come to be. I wish you well in your humanitarian efforts and look forward to seeing you on the other side where together, we will make life better for all. Patience is a virtue. Having virtue is a sign of a good moral being. Good moral beings have the power to overcome evil and change the world.